She moved into that house on a quiet Tuesday, the kind of day where nothing really happens, where the world feels paused. The house was old but clean. Pale yellow walls, a narrow hallway, doors that closed with a soft padded click, almost like they didn't want to be heard. On the first night, she woke up to knocking. Slow, heavy, coming from inside the walls themselves. She stood barefoot in the dark, holding her breath, listening. The knocking was steady, deliberate, like someone trying not to wake anyone up. Then it stopped. She told herself it was just the pipes. Old houses make noise. That was normal. But the knocking came back the next night, and the night after that. Always after midnight. And what scared her the most was that it never came from the same place twice. Once from the bedroom, once from the bathroom, once from the guest room. She stopped sleeping in the bedroom and moved to the couch. Something about sleeping behind a closed door didn't feel safe anymore. One morning, while cleaning, she noticed something she hadn't before. Every bedroom door had a lock, but the locks weren't on the inside. They were mounted on the outside. She laughed it off, trying to push down the heavy feeling in her chest. Maybe it was a strange habit from the previous owner. Maybe they had kids. On the fourth night, the knocking wasn't slow. It was violent, frantic, like someone trapped, trying to get out before it was too late. Then she heard fingernails scraping against wood, and a low voice whispering her name. From inside the guest room. She didn't open the door. She didn't ask who was there. She ran outside barefoot, stood in the street shaking, and called the landlord. The next day, a fire inspector came. He checked one door, then another. He was quiet for too long. When he reached the master bedroom door, he stopped. The color drained from his face. He looked at her and asked quietly, "How long have you been sleeping here?" He told her the truth in a low voice, like he didn't want the walls to hear. "These locks aren't for protection. They're for keeping people inside. It's a serious fire code violation." Her heart sank. She stared at the house and asked, her voice shaking, "Then, who was knocking?" He didn't answer. He was staring at the master bedroom door, and right in front of them, the lock began to move, slowly, turning, locking itself from the outside.